Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rebecca J. Brock here. And today I want to talk about self-love. So I talk a lot about my journey to fall in love with myself in my memoir, Transcendence, and how many times I got my heart broken over and over and over again until one day I realized I was doing it wrong. All I really needed to do was fall in love with me, and then everything else would fall in line. Want to read more about it, you can purchase my memoir. It'll be the first link in the description box. Okay, enough of the shameless self-plug. So the reason why self-love is so important is because you can't really truly love someone else unless you love yourself first. And I don't give dating advice anymore, but if you want a good laugh, scroll down and take a look at some of my older videos where my hair is super duper blonde. You'll get a good laugh. Now that doesn't mean that you can't have romantic relationships, but they will probably be codependent, they'll be toxic, they'll be filled with a lot of drama and fighting, and that's because you'd be unhappy if you're looking for someone else to love you or for someone else to make you happy, because it's not your partner's job to do that. That's your own job. Your happiness and your love needs to come from within yourself. So the first step that you need to understand when trying to cultivate more self-love is to realize that it cannot come from any external source. You can't love yourself because you have a certain amount of money in the bank, or because you have a certain partner or a certain status, or even what you look like. That's external. It has to come from truly within in your soul. And you are lovable right now, exactly as you are, flaws and everything. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. So the next thing that you have to do is just forgive yourself for past mistakes. Look, we all make mistakes, and feeling guilt and shame for something that you've done is not going to help you love yourself more. So forgive yourself, move on, make better choices next time, maybe. This is what I've done, and trust me, I've made probably every mistake in the book, so I know what I'm talking about. All right, another thing that you could do to love yourself more is to do some things to improve your self-esteem and your confidence. And I could do a whole video about this, so if you'd like to see something like that, drop a comment in the comments box and let me know. Meantime, I've written a blog post on how to be more confident, and if you want to take a look at that, that'll be the second link in the description box. So the number one thing that you need to do to love yourself more is to really do that inner work. Whether it's wounds that you have from childhood, trauma from a past relationship, maybe it's shadow work, and I'm going to do a video on each of these things, on how I overcame those things. I'm still working on it. I am a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time, but it's impossible to love yourself if you are still hearing things that your parents told you, that you were not good enough, or you're still hearing abusive boyfriend, ex-boyfriend's words that you're dumb or you're ugly. I mean, those things wound you on a really deep level, and you're gonna have to fix that before you can love yourself. You should also set better boundaries with people. Don't hang around people that are constantly tearing you down and making you feel bad about yourself, or making you second guess your own intuition. All of these things don't help you love yourself more. I mean, you can say no and the world will not fall apart. I promise you. I spend a lot of time alone, and this has forced me to do the inner work and to really get in touch with my own feelings. Like, do I feel good right now? And why don't I feel good? Is it my emotions? Is it something from the past? And a lot of times, if you could just spend time alone and not be around toxic people that gaslight you, or even just making a little joke belittling you, just makes you feel bad about yourself. So if you're still feeling bad about yourself when you're alone, then that's when you need to discover back in the past, in the deep, something that you're holding into your body, some trauma, some abuse, and that'll really help you. And of course, my favorite is to practice self-care. Practice makes perfect. Yes, hey, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm not talking about that. Although you could do that too. That's very loving. Some of my favorite self-loving activities are taking a hot bath. Sometimes while I'm watching TV, I'll massage my feet or my shoulders, certain areas I can't quite reach, but I like to pamper myself. And it wasn't always this way. Another thing you can do is be selfish. I know it sounds counterintuitive, right? But do what's best for you. And this was really triggering for me at first because the way I was raised to believe that we shouldn't be selfish. So I had been trained to always put other people in front of my own needs, and it's disastrous. It really can damage your own self-confidence and your own self-esteem. So be selfish. Do what's best for you. That's it today. Thank you so much for watching, and check back with me next week. Bye.